She had a big old booty. I'll never forget how big her booty was. And little Romeo was there. It was a whole moment.
Oh, not little Romeo!
Yeah, I'm hitting them with my best jokes. They're like, outfit, bow, boom, bow, bow. That is important to me. Clear. I had to take my shoes off like a peasant in the airport. I have on Birkenstocks. I'm running through the airport. These men don't have hair in their booty no more. It happened to real men.
Oh, Mel.
I need that.
Hello, and welcome to the Comedy Divas Gurl Talk podcast, where we talk to funny divas from the stage to the screen to behind the scene and everywhere in between to tell their amazing stories, because you know what? They just aren't told enough. I'm your host and founder of Comedy Divas, Sharon Brathwaite, aka Sharon B. Thank you so much for being here. We have a very funny diva in the house tonight, but please like, subscribe, follow, leave comments, tell us what you want to see, and let us know down below. Now, let's get started. This is Mel Mitchell. She's a comedian, a writer, an actress, a digital storyteller with 289,000 followers on Instagram and 461,000 followers on TikTok. She's currently on the second season of Churchy on BET, and she's on the upcoming season of The Hospital, also on BET, which is a KevOnStage production. And she also has her own podcast called Jokes on You. Please welcome Mel Mitchell.
Can you hear me? Oh, there we go. Hey,
there we go. Hey,
I'm here.
No problem. And what I gotta say is, hey, Sora.
Hey, Sora. I figured you look. I could smell it on you through the screen.
I did this for you,
the glasses. I'm like,
I did it for you.
I know my people. Hey, Sora, how you doing?
I'm good. And you went to the famous FAMU.
Yes, I went to the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University class of 2020. No, 2015. Ain't no 2020 nothing. 10 years this year. Whew.
Nice. Represent for the HBCUs all the time.
Always representing.
Yeah. I went to Virginia Union, so I'm always proud to see another HBCU. So thank you so much for being here. We love you on Comedy Divas. You're one of the few people, because we post you all the time. Your numbers do well all the time. We always give you your props. And you're one of the few people who do stand-up comedy very well and do social media skits and all this content very well. So kudos to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very funny lady. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being so funny. So I always like to jump right in, and I just ask people, when did you know you were funny?
Oh man, when did I know I was funny? I didn't necessarily quantify it as being funny. I just knew I was being myself. I've always had this personality. So that's what makes it so funny. I always had this crazy personality, and I've always been like inappropriate, and I've always just said whatever came to my head at that moment. So I can remember being in elementary school, and my teacher, she was so pretty. She was a pretty dark-skinned Black lady. She looked like the dark-skinned Viv, but she had a big old booty. She had a big old booty. I'll never forget how big her booty was. And I gotta find her on Facebook. I wonder if her booty's still big. But I remember we were lining up for lunch, and somebody was talking. I said, "You better be quiet before Miss Such and Such sit on you." And I got a red card that day.
Oh, now she would be applauded for that big old booty. You know, somebody want to buy it. They paying for it.
Body was tea. Recognize that as a child.
Of course.
But that probably wasn't the most appropriate thing to say. And again, I've been saying the least appropriate thing for years. I've been getting in trouble for this mouth for a very long time. I'm just glad I've been able to monetize it.
There you go. I was going to say that. Are you making money off of it?
Exactly.
So what was your journey to being you're a funny kid to I don't know what came first, was it the comedy getting on stage or creating content? Okay, so what was your
stand-up was first, but the thing is, it's kind of like chicken or the egg kind of situation, because I made a Twitter in 2009. I was in 10th grade, and my parents didn't allow me on social media, but because I wasn't allowed to go anywhere, I was always on the internet, but I couldn't be on like the MySpaces and the Facebook. So I would find other things to do. I used to write fan fiction. That's a really big part of my lore, is writing fan fiction. So that's like when teenage girls write horny fictional stories about their favorite celebrity boys. And I used to write P5 stuff, Chris Brown stuff, Trey Songz stuff. It was bad for me. So I would write them little nasty stories. I'd be on the message boards, and then I got a Twitter before my parents knew what it was. So they couldn't tell me I couldn't have one because they didn't know what it was. So I made a Twitter, and I would always think, oh, that would be a funny tweet. That would be a funny tweet. But my brain didn't calculate, oh, these are stand-up jokes. So, so throughout college, I always had the jokes on Twitter. I got really, really bold in college and just would say anything. At that point, like I had just stopped caring about what I was saying. And and then I started being funny on Snapchat. That's when Snapchat first came out
Okay.
too.
Now, were you a Vine girl too?
I missed the Vine wave. I missed the Vine wave, and I missed that early Instagram wave. So that's why in 2022, when I started doing content, I was like, oh, I'm doing this. Because I was like, I'm not missing the TikTok wave. I missed Instagram, I missed Vine. I'm not missing TikTok.
Okay.
So let me backtrack some. So yeah, I started being funny on Snapchat, and then this guy from Morehouse was like, hey, I'm starting a podcast. Like, you're funny. Like, you should be on it. And I was like, sure, whatever. So I did the podcast, and I would just be on there saying the wildest stuff, like the funniest stuff. And I had a homeboy who was like, you need to do stand-up. And I was like, no.
Okay.
Absolutely not. But I always watched a lot of stand-up growing up. My dad was a big, big stand-up fan. So he had me watching Dave Chappelle and Eddie Murphy specials and Paul Mooney specials and just stuff that a little girl should have been watching. But
for sure,
I wouldn't be me if I didn't watch these things. So that I had appreciation for the art form, but I never thought I could actually do it. And then I tried it, and it was good. And again, I've always been chronically online. So I'm going to be on the internet anyway. Regardless, I'm going to be on that phone. So I was like, I may as well find a way for me to monetize it, because my jokes kept getting stolen by like Instagram blogs and stuff. They would screenshot my tweet, crop my name out. They getting thousands of likes and attention off my stuff. I'm like, how can I capitalize off of this?
Yeah.
So I made my videos in 2022. The Black teacher at Euphoria, the Black teacher at Hogwarts. Those things blew up overnight. Literally overnight. So
good for you. Good for you. One of our more popular ones that we posted of you was your Home Alone.
Oh my God, the Home Alone. That one was like, I remember the day before I shot, I was like, I got to get home because I got to do the Home Alone video. I know it's going to be funny. And the jokes I wrote, hilarious.
They
hilarious.
Are.
And that is probably my best work.
You smashed it. You did.
No, that was like, the whole purpose of me doing the videos was just like, Black women are not in these movies. Black women, if we had a Black woman on the scene at the scene of the crime would not have been occurring.
For sure.
And it's also just a shame. I watch a lot of action movies, a lot of sci-fi movies, and the damsel in distresses are never Black women. Like I can count on my hand the movies that Black women were damsel in distress in. We got Gabrielle Union in Bad Boys 2. I think Sanaa Lathan in Blade. Sanaa Lathan was the mama. Somebody in Blade. The Black girl in Blade.
That was oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her name. In Boucher. In Boucher, right.
Not a lot of us.
Yeah.
Not a lot of us. So my thing is, put us in these movies. Look how much fun we're having with the Black women in the movies. Wouldn't be much conflict because we're going to solve it, because that's what we do. But you know,
that's real.
So, yeah,
that's real. And so, what was your first time? How'd you get to the stage to do stand up? Because that's hard. I commend people that do stand up because it's no joke. What was that?
Oh no, it's definitely hard. My first time doing stand up. So from the time that he told me I should do stand up, because he was trying to pursue it as well, I was like, yeah, no. And he was like, all right, now, like every couple weeks or months, he'd be like, I'm telling you. So I just started writing, and I was going through a lot. So this is when I was 23. It was fall 2017, and I went through a breakup. I got dumped, and then I lost my job like a month after that. So I'm spiraling.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me write these jokes down. And a lot of my jokes come from pain and me making jokes about it. Like that's the way I get through things, is by making it funny. Like me and my family have inside jokes from my dad's funeral, because my dad's dead, and that really, really sucks. Let me focus on something else. Look at her shoes. You know what I'm saying? Or like, oh my God, why I got gas from the funeral food. Like, we're gonna find something funny to laugh at even in the worst moments. So I took the breakup, turned that into jokes. I took, a lot of my jokes come from grief and my father's passing. Took that, turned those into some of my funniest jokes, are my jokes about my dad being dead, I will say. And
we've posted one. We've posted one.
Yeah,
that you that one you You get. I'm sorry. You talking about giving head like daddy?
Like, what are you doing here? It's funny. It's just funny, man. So it has become a source of healing. A lot of Black women have come up to me who have lost their fathers, and like, your jokes keep me going. Your jokes get me through Father's Day. We all have like a little moment. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It really is. And as a daddy's girl who lost her daddy, I totally relate. And sorry for your loss, because
Thank you.
and you never get over losing your daddy.
You never get over
never
it.
do.
You never get over it. It's been half my lifetime ago, which is crazy because it feels I can remember everything about that day. I remember what I had on. I remember the weather that day. I remember how it smelled. I remember everything about that day. And you just never get over it.
Nope. But that's part of your brilliance, that because those aren't easy things to talk about, and for you to make it funny, it is healing. It is it because it's such a stressful thing, and you made light of it in a beautiful way. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And your first time on stage?
Oh, my first time. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot that part. So I wrote a couple jokes, and he was like, "Look, come to my open mic." The same friend. He was like, "Come to my open mic. Bring your notebook." And I'm like, this is the setup, but sure. So I bring my notebook, and he makes me go up, and I tell a couple of my jokes. Some of them didn't hit because it's my first time. I didn't really know what was going to hit and what wasn't. I thought, as a comedian, you just know something's going to hit, and it just don't. And the stuff that you don't think is that funny, people are falling out of their chairs. So I'm like, okay, cool. That was funny. Okay, that didn't really hit. But like, once you get them first couple of laughs, like genuine laughs, I'm like, okay, all right. Okay, we're doing something here. So yeah, that's really what happened. And I saw the response that I was getting from the audience, and it was cute. Like, I'm getting used to this a little bit. And I just kept going. Okay, I cherry pick. Okay, that worked. That didn't really work. Let me work on this. Let me do that. Like, I still tell variations of my first sets of jokes that I wrote.
Okay.
They've evolved into different jokes. I've built on them. I've sharpened them. Sometimes I go back into the bags of 2018 and 19 jokes. Like, that was funny. Let me bring that back. So yeah.
Nice.
It was good. It wasn't bad. I didn't get booed or anything.
That's what I'm saying. Have you ever bombed yet?
I had a situation. I did the because they're funny comedy competition last year. I killed the semifinals. Killed them. Oh, murdered it. If they determined the winner that night, I probably would have won.
But
second place at best. So it works. Them finals. Mine just a theater, 1,300, 1,500, 2,000. I don't know how many people. I don't know how many people it was, but it was a lot. As soon as I walked out on the stage, they weren't feeling me.
Ooh. From the
you
jump.
can feel the energy. Yeah. I'm hitting them with my best jokes. They're like, it was an older crowd. My jokes are kind of young, especially when I tell jokes to an older crowd, especially like older Black women. I got to kind of tell a self-deprecating joke sometimes to get them on my side. They don't think I'm all of that and want to take their husband out the audience. It'd be a whole thing. So they just want to fool with it. Because I'm like, I've told these jokes a million times, and these jokes kill.
Right.
These jokes are hilarious. Y'all just don't like it, and that's fine. So that was really embarrassing. So those are my two. Like, it's taken me a while to recover from that. I'm not gonna lie. But I did it, and then I redeemed myself at ABFF this year.
Okay.
But baby, that was rough. But I killed it at ABFF this year, redeemed myself, and Lil Romeo was there. It was a whole moment.
Oh, not Lil Romeo!
Very, very cute moment. So it was just a whole different situation, and I'm grateful.
Nice. Now, speaking of that, I always like to ask people too, who was your childhood crush, and have you met them?
Oh God, yes, I have met my childhood crushes. The only childhood crush I have not met, I have several.
Okay.
I've been boy crazy a long time. My number one childhood crush is Will Smith, and I have not met him.
Okay.
And then my other childhood crushes, these are going to make you laugh. These are not what you expect from somebody born in 1994. But Mel Jackson, the actor,
okay,
from Soul Food, the villain from Soul Food.
The villain, yeah.
My king. And then Alan Payne.
Okay. Alan Payne.
Light skinned men have had me in a chokehold for a very long time. Alan Payne, I used to watch a lot of Cosby Show.
Okay.
Growing up. And
Lance. He was Lance.
Lance. Yeah. He was with Charmaine. And I was just like, move. I was watching Nick at Night like, that is a Black king right there. I need that.
No, he was the man. I'm older than you. I'm gonna tell you, he was that guy.
Lyrics. I didn't watch Jason's lyrics in my teens, of course, obviously, because my parents were like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But when I did watch it, I said, see, men don't be hairy like that no more. I was looking forward to that as an adult. Like, you want to get me a hairy king like Alan Payne, these men don't have hair in their booty no more. What happened to real men?
Oh, Mel.
I need that.
It's so funny because he was so hairy in that movie.
He was so hairy.
Oh.
I have not gotten my taco meat light-skinned king. And I also have a joke about that because I date a lot of light-skinned men, and that's a whole nother prayer request. And I have a joke that says light-skinned men don't have chest hair. I need to bring that back. Light-skinned men really, and I've seen so many naked light-skinned men in my day. Quite a few. None of them have chest hair. Not one. Not one. They may have that stomach hair. Maybe a little. But ain't nobody coming Alan Payne no more. And that's my problem. That's an issue for me.
So have you've met Alan Payne?
No. Okay. But the ones I have met.
Okay.
I met Brian from B5.
Okay.
That was my more attainable childhood crush. He was actually age appropriate for me. We were born around the same time.
Yes.
Brian from B5. I met him as a child, and I've met him a couple times as an adult in the past year. Very important to me. I hosted their concert in Detroit in April, and then Romeo was one of them.
Nice.
Met him in ABFF. My king. Cause Lil Bow Wow was too old for me.
Okay.
Like I've always been like, if I'm gonna go old, I'm gonna go old, like grown man, old, not older teenager. You know what I'm saying? He's the same age as my sister, so I was like, I'm gonna let her have Bow Wow. Once Romeo came out, I said, this is more appropriate, right? Even though he's only 2 years younger than Bow Wow, I was like, this is more appropriate for me. So I had a little Romeo CD. And then back when I was younger, I liked Chris Brown. I met him in high school, but we've since broken up. We're done.
You're done.
But so yeah, I've met some of my childhood crushes.
Okay.
But I did want to see my king, Alan Payne. But I want us to meet, and I want it to make sense. I want it to be a moment. I want it to be dimly lit. I want him to have on a suit. When I meet Alan Payne, I want it to be perfect.
And you want
I don't want to be in the audience.
It to the buttons to be down a little bit and see a little chest hair. Let's put it all out there.
What you think?
We're gonna put it all out there.
They have been the blueprint. I've loved a little goofy light skin my entire life, and that's what I'm marrying. So
I'm gonna make it happen. Yeah, now, was Drake off the table? Because you've mentioned Drake in your comedy before.
When Drake was still for the girls, it kind of was a given to like Drake. But Drake ain't never been fine for real.
True. Facts.
It just seemed right. Like, it's one of them things like, I like you because, of course, I do. But it wasn't like, Drake is my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Drake because Drake like me. Like, when Drake likes the girlies, we like Drake.
Yes. Yes. When he's
like, he ain't never been fine.
Right. When he's making music for the girlies. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You're singing to me. He's talking to me.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. When it was, shut it down. You fancy, huh? Yes.
Mm-hmm. You the best.
And then he became an incel, and it was just like, all right. And then he crossed Megan, and I was like, you biracial bastard. I have nothing else for you. So we're done.
You're done. Yeah. That's it. Finito.
Yeah.
So how'd you make it to Atlanta, and how are you liking the Atlanta comedy scene?
Oh, I moved to Atlanta in high school. I've been here since 2007.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is kind of home for me. I've been here. I've been here longer than I was in Miami at this point. But I was born and raised in Miami. So I moved here a couple weeks before ninth grade started, and I've been here ever since. I went to college, came back. Atlanta comedy scene, it's okay. It's not the best. I feel like I would really flourish in New York or LA. There's more shows, really well, there's more clubs. Yeah, I would do so well out there, but it just where I am in my life now that I'm like settling down, I have a dog, I have a fiance, like I can't just pick up and move like I used to be able to. So unless there's a project or like a blessing in these cities, I'm probably not going to move from Atlanta anytime soon. It's so funny. The reason I started making content as well, of course I wanted to blow up and make money and quit my job or whatever. But my whole idea of blowing up on the internet is because I wanted to get Issa Rae's attention.
Okay.
Excuse me.
The blueprint. The blueprint.
Right.
Yep.
She's mother for me. And I told her this to her face, and she was like, "This is so funny." And I told her, this is what she laughed at. I was like, I felt like Great Gatsby when he kept throwing those parties so Daisy could notice him. That was me making content so Issa Rae could notice me. She was like, that's so romantic. Issa Rae, I met her so she's known I existed for a while, which is so funny. Okay. Because I did some stuff during the pandemic, and I was like doing insecure watch parties or whatever. So I got her attention. She had replied to it. She's like replied to me a couple times. I met her for the first time in 2018. 18, I want to say. I went to one of her SIP. She used to have the SIP events, and she had interviewed, was it Zendaya? No, it wasn't Zendaya. I forgot who was it, Janelle Monáe? It was somebody she interviewed. I gotta check my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But I met her officially, like with her knowing who I was, that I existed in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at an event I went to, because I was supposed to be going to Summer Walker concert, but I heard she was going to be at the Spider-Man screening. I
Okay.
derailed my entire day to go to the Spider-Man screening so I could make sure to meet her. And shout out to Jessie Woo, because Jessie Woo was doing interviews and she was like, "Do you know Mel?" And she was like, "Oh, hey,
Oh,
girl,
nice.
she's been doing
Love
it big." And I'm
Jessie.
like,
Yeah.
"You know who I am, Issa?" So Issa knows who I am. And then I ran into her again a couple weeks later at ABFF, and I went to say hi to her. And she's like, "Hey, girl." And I'm like, this is blowing my mind.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, what? So that was a really, really important moment for me. And that's when I was like able to like tell her, and I was trying to like be normal, but also like at the same time. So this one AirPod. But yeah, so that was really, really sweet. Shout out to Issa. Like her and Quinta are like, because again, they came from the internet, and that's where I was.
Absolutely.
So
Yep.
to see them come from the internet and make legitimate careers in film out of, again, writing, directing, producing, all the things,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Quincy does stand up, but me coming from the stand up, giving that foundation and that skill set to transfer into all the other things.
And you do it flawlessly. Now, did you say Issa said that's romantic?
Yeah, she said it was romantic, which is hilarious. Very hilarious. Who did she interview? Oh, it was Janelle Monáe. Yeah. I'm gonna have to
Okay.
go find the pictures in my phone. Yeah, it was Janelle Monáe. She did a sip with Janelle Monáe, and I waited outside because the event had been over. I waited outside like an additional hour to get a picture with her.
Oh, nice.
So cute. So cute. But yeah.
Nice. I mean, she's worth it. I mean, she's done it all. And
Listen,
what I
I
love
used to do
about
the same
her,
thing in
yeah.
undergrad. Go ahead.
No, I was saying what I love about her, and it's something I'm going to segue with you. She is giving opportunities to her friends and people.
Absolutely.
Meaning she reaches, like she says, she's going to reach down and pull people up instead of reaching above. Which I really commend that about her.
Across, yeah,
the network across, and you are with a great group of people, and that's how you got some of the projects. And KevOnStage is the spearhead of that. He's done amazing things. I've never met him, but just from afar, seems like a great guy. He's given a lot of people opportunities. And when he was during the pandemic, when he was doing his social distance comedy,
keep your distance.
Keep your distance. I mean, he's good dude and making opportunities for his friends and great work. So how did you link up with Kev? And let's talk about the projects you've done with him. You're on Churchy season 2 and you're on The Hospital. So let's talk about your connection with KevOnStage.
I don't give men a lot, but Kev is the greatest. Like he's genuinely a good guy. He's genuinely what you see is what you get. Like he's not faking. I've spent lots of time with Kev. He took me on tour. We'll talk about that in a second. So, I've always been a fan of KevOnStage. Literally, like I became a fan of his in 2012 when he did stuff Church Girls Say. And I've been following him ever since then because I, at the time, again, not knowing who I would be when I grew up, I did stuff FAMU Girls Say.
Okay.
And so that's what everybody was doing, like stuff girls say, stuff blank girls say. Everybody was doing those videos. So I was like, I'm gonna do me one. And again, I just wanted to do it because I thought it was funny. And it kind of blew up for the time. I think it has like 50,000 views, something like that. But at the time, that was viral.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I've always followed him, always, been a fan. And when my Harry Potter stuff started going viral, I noticed he had followed me on TikTok and interacting with my stuff. I'm like, oh my God, KevOnStage is liking my stuff. And during the pandemic, I had auditioned. I sent in a tape for Keep Your Distance. They never called me back because they would ask for a clean tape. And my clean tape wasn't as good as my cussing stuff.
Okay.
So like, I'm going to do it because y'all say y'all got to shoot your shot. So I ain't going to, but I'm going to try. No one ever called me back. But when he was liking my stuff in 2022, because that was 2020, 2022, he was liking my stuff. I was like, I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna shoot my shot. So professional shot, because I don't want people getting the wrong idea.
Of course.
I was like, hey, I see you like my videos. Like, I'm just letting you know I'm a stand-up comedian out of Atlanta. I would love to do Keep Your Distance. Like, let me know if I can send in the tape. Let me know. So he was like, oh yeah, like absolutely, send in the tape. Let's see what you got. So I sent in my tape. I had just got a really, really good tape. So I sent it in, and he was like, "Oh, this is hilarious. My wife laughed. Like, this is great." And I'm like, "Hell yeah." Mm. So sent him my tape. He was like, "You can do the show in June." So I got flew out to LA for like, I want to say that was like one of the first time me getting flew out to LA for comedy. Yeah, that
Mm.
definitely was the first time. I had a real job at the time, so I was like, "Oh my God." I had to take some days off work. I was so excited. I was so excited. And that was probably one of the biggest turning points because the devil did not want me to get to LA. He didn't want me to get there. Let me not even put all that on the devil because F him, but I was lollygagging. And because they had booked my flight, they didn't put my pre-check on there. So I had to stop at Chick-fil-A. I parked. I'm late. I'm late to the airport. But I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine. I got pre-check. I'll be fine."
Out of
Pre-check was not
Atlanta?
on that ticket. Out of Atlanta. That pre-check was not on that
Woo!
ticket. Because I traveled all
Mm-mm.
the time because I was in a long distance relationship. Baby, I looked at that ticket and had no pre-check. I said, "Oh my God." Then I was like, okay, I tried to go back in line. Like, "Can you add the pre-check?" That time, because I was pushing it with even checking my bag. Because when you
Mm.
super late, they won't let you check your bag. And I'm like, "Oh my God." So I had to go through the regular clear line because I did have clear. I had to take my shoes off like a peasant in the airport. I have on Birkenstocks. I'm running through the airport. Missed my flight.
Oh.
Missed my flight. I said, "Oh my God." I'm in the airport sliding down the wall. The lady at the desk is like, "Ma'am, you have to calm down." She's like, "Ma'am, you have to get the effing grip." So I get myself together because I had been doing the content and getting me a little coin from making these videos for these brands, my little brand deals. I had the money to just buy another seat. And they put me on the next flight standby, but I was like, "That's not good enough." The show was the next day, thankfully. I said, "That's not good
Mm.
enough. I'm gonna just buy the seat." It was $600 one way.
Ooh, girl.
I was like, I have to do it. At that point, my ticket was more money than I was getting paid for the show.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? No, I'm going. Because I was running in the airport, it triggered my asthma and my allergies.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm it's snot running down my nose. I had a mask on, but it's like snot everywhere. So now I'm on the plane, I'm blowing my nose. My cycle is on.
Oh.
Me blowing my nose. Now my cycle is heavier because I'm pushing,
Mm-hmm.
bled through my clothes.
Mm.
The second flight was taxiing, and it taxied too long that it didn't have enough gas to go to California by law. It went under the limit of gas that you need to get to California. So then we had to wait and go get gas
Oh, my goodness.
on the tarmac. So we were waiting for like 2 hours on the plane still.
Oh.
So when I got to LA finally that night, I was like, I'm stomping a hole into that stage tomorrow. Nothing's holding me back. And I did. And I did. I
Yes.
did such a great job. I mean, looking back now, I improve every day. So I was like, "Oh, this is kind of trash." But like at the time, that was great.
For what you overcame, that's
Yeah.
commendable.
For what I overcame, it was really big. Everybody was blown away because I think when people see me, they don't expect me to be a comedian. They think I'm someone's niece or someone's young
Mm.
girlfriend, somebody's publicist, somebody something. They don't expect me to be the comedic talent.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was actually good on top of that. So everyone's blown away by that. And then a couple of weeks later, like a month or so later, Kev texts me. He was like, "Hey, what are you doing on this day? Can you do this show? What you doing on this day? Can you do this show?" I'm like, "Hey, is this a tour?" He was like, "Yeah." And I'm like,
Wow.
"You're asking me to go on tour with you? What?" And that was probably one of the best experiences in my life. I was going through a breakup at the time, so like I needed a distraction, and it gave me that. But I'm around older married men for 3 days a week, and they're giving me advice. They're helping me get through it. I'm putting it into the jokes. It was just the best experience. So from that, him seeing my potential, he's put me in other spaces, do other things with him. And last year we did the hospital. I thought nothing of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, "Oh, sure, I'll come do the little show with you." I didn't even know he was selling it.
Well, can we
I
just
can't
back
even.
it up and just tell people kind of the premise? Because what did he do to get the hospital done?
In what context?
He actually got all his friends. He rented this
Oh yeah, no,
space. Like,
yeah.
let's talk about
It's the
that.
Keviverse. Everybody in the stage crew universe, like it's me, it's Tahir, it's Tony, it's CP, Quinn Walters, Jazz and Lauren.
Mhm.
It's We're all in the universe. And he calls everyone up. And for me, he'll fly me out, whatever. He's like, "Hey, I'm doing a funny little improv sketch show." I actually even have writing credits on that show. I forgot about that. I have writing credits
You
on
are
that.
a writer. That's right. That's
Writing
awesome.
credits on that show. I forgot about that. So he asked me to help write it. I'm like, sure, I got some premises for you, pal. I got you, bro. Because again, if Kev needs anything, what you need, I got you.
Nice.
So he had all his friends, he got us together, and he made it. The same thing he did with Churchy. He made it himself because when Hollywood kept telling him no, he was like, I'm gonna just do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I just do it myself. And with the hospital, he was like, hey, we're doing the sketch comedy show, kind of improv, whatever. 3 days shooting, absolute madness. The funniest people that you ever met in your life. It was so funny. It was like we had a blast on that set, literally. Like, and I've always wanted to be on a sketch show. I've always wanted to be on a in living color SNL Mad TV kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized how hard it is. It's not as easy as it
It is
looks.
hard.
Trying to stay in character when CP is in front of you in rare form. CP is probably one of the funniest people I've ever come in contact with. And then CP and Tony, I had to be, I wasn't even in the scene. I had no lines. I'm just pushing Tony in the wheelchair. And CP and Tony are going back and forth. And I'm fighting for my life. Fighting for my life. It was hilarious. So, yeah.
So
So
now,
that was very fun. Go ahead.
so Kev put that all together, not knowing what was going to end up. So where is the hospital going to be, where people can find it?
It's going to be on BET, not BET Plus, BET proper, the actual channel, which is, again, I didn't even know he was selling it. And he probably, of course, he knew he was going to sell it, but I was just like, oh, I didn't know it was getting shopped. I thought we just did a silly goofy thing for your Patreon. No, this is a real show. And it is going to be on BET. And then Churchy is on BET Plus as we speak. I'm on episode 2.
Nice. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It's wonderful to have that kind of support system. Because you look at somebody like Adam Sandler, he puts all his friends in his movies. They've been working for 20 years.
Strong. 30. Yeah.
Yeah. Strong. So it's nice to see, us take care of us. Because who's gonna look out for us but us?
Right.
So
exactly.
Shout out again to KevOnStage. Props to him.
Shout out to KevOnStage.
He's done it. So we talked a little bit about social media, and you're the generation that has really jumped into. I know you said you missed the first waves, but you really don't know. I mean, you have over 450,000 followers on TikTok.
I know. Yeah.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what has it been like to take on the social media audience? Because it's totally different. And the TikTok audience is different than the Instagram audience. Correct?
Absolutely.
So what's the difference?
TikTok is TikTok. TikTok is tricky. Even with all the followers I have a video the other day that didn't even crack 1,000 views. You just have to trick the algorithm. And sometimes I want to get on there and talk. Sometimes I'm going to talk about Love Island. And TikTok don't give a damn about none of them videos I'm doing about Love Island. Like when I tell you, I'm just yapping to nobody. And again, I have 461,000 followers.
And that's strange because I've been on there looking at Love Island stuff because I did watch it. And some of those people's videos go absolutely bonkers.
They go I'm looking at my mutuals. They videos got 1 million views.
Yeah.
And I got more followers in it. I'm like, what?
That's weird. It's so weird.
It's very weird, but TikTok will put you in a box. Instagram, I personally know people on Instagram a little bit better. So my posts will do a little, it just depends. Because something can blow up on TikTok and make no noise on Instagram. And then something be crazy on Instagram and then do nothing on TikTok. So it just depends. It depends on what mood Instagram is in that day or what mood TikTok is in that day. And then some things I have like the Home Alone or the Black Mama in Hogwarts that go stupid on both. That has like 8 million views on TikTok.
Wow.
That's my biggest video to date. And I filmed that on my way to brunch. Like we were heading out the door and I was like, oh, babe, 1 second. Let me just shoot this little video, y'all. 8 million views.
That's crazy. 8 million.
And that might just be on TikTok too. Let me check the numbers, child.
Congratulations.
It's insane. Thank you.
That is really, really awesome.
So again, that's just, you just never know. That's why you just got to keep posting. You just get throwing stuff to the wall to see what stick.
Because you never know what's going to hit.
You just never know.
Like you said with Kev, you never know who's going to see it because
you never know who's going to see it. Yeah,
that's the even playing field that social media gives people. Because before it's like, I got to do this, and this person may see it, or no, anyone in the literal world can see your videos.
Everybody. And that's the beautiful part about it, especially with me working in this industry, is like, okay, I want to act, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm able to reach these people on the internet. I ain't got to send my tape in. I ain't got to be in their office in LA. I'm doing this from my phone.
Yep.
The TV producers and the actors and the this and that follow me because they think I'm funny.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm acting. I'm writing. These are my jokes. I'm a comedian. That's why I'll post if something goes viral, I'm gonna post a stand-up clip right after it. Like, hey, just let y'all know.
Smart.
I'm
That's
out
smart.
here.
That's smart.
I'm not just an internet person because again, they act like the two can't exist. I'm just a comedian that's good at the internet. And I've always been good at the internet since I was a kid.
And that's why you really stand out. You really, really stand out, Mel, because a lot of people are very funny on their skits and they're very funny on social media and they cannot get on the stage and be funny.
They can't.
They just can't.
Some of the biggest TikTok people can't get on stage.
No.
Some of the biggest comedians and the best comedians can't make little viral skits.
Nope.
And not saying that that's an end all be all, but that is a skill. It's a real skill.
It is.
Yeah, it has 8.8 million on TikTok, and then it has, this is insane, 6.3 million on Instagram.
Wow.
And I tell you, I stood in one spot, sat down, and talked to myself for 3 minutes, chopped it down to 59 seconds, and
woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Now your name, you go by Mel. Is your real first name top secret?
Oh no, my name is Melanie.
Okay. Listen, some people
it's Melanie. No, I went with Mel Mitchell. I was trying to be all mysterious like Jamie Foxx, having like a unisex name. But also that's when I was still like in the workforce. So I was like, oh, I don't want them to look up Melanie Mitchell and I'm over here talking about booty holes on the internet. So let me not go with my whole name. But now it's like I'm so used to being called Mel. When someone who I don't know in real life calls me Melanie, I'm like,
I don't know you like that.
I don't know you like that. I don't know you like that. So yeah, my name is Melanie, but
okay,
that's no secret. But also like people get really over familiar with me. So I just be like, I'm not saying like you, but I'm just saying like, all right, everybody calm down. You know, people find out your real name, they want to like abuse it.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes. No, I think Mel Mitchell, I think has a great ring to it. I think it's great.
Kel Mitchell. Like Kel Mitchell with an M. That's what I be telling people.
There you go. There you go. So I always like to ask too, if you had a Mount Rushmore of Black women in comedy, who would your 4 be?
Did we have to be stand-up comedians?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna do stand-up, I'm gonna do comedic actresses. Okay. Comedic actresses, Jennifer Lewis, Tisha Campbell, and Regina Hall. And I need 4. Who would be my 4th in comedic actresses? Put Tina on there, because how can you can't have one without the other.
That's great.
Female comedians, I would do Monique, Lunel, some more, and let me just not do all the queens of comedy. That's kind of ridiculous. I'll put Vanessa Fraction.
Oh, Vanessa. Yeah, nice. It's funny. Some more, I think it's been on everyone's list.
Yes, you should. Yeah. I use her as a reference. When I get on that stage, bomb or not, I look effing good. Get into it.
Look at the body. Always looks good.
She always looks good. That's always something like, I think it's a part of my professionalism. I come in here like I'm serious. I look good, heels,
stay
face,
ready,
feet, hair done. This is not a game. And no, you can't talk to me. I think that's very important when I come on stage. Now, over my, you catch me on a Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna look like this. But if it's a show, outfit, bow, boom, bow, bow, that is important to me.
Now, what have some of the challenges being a Black female comic? Some of your challenges you faced?
Misogyny. I mean, that's a big umbrella of things, but just like people not taking me seriously or people like sunning me until I get on stage. And then when I get off stage, I was like, oh, what's your name again? Oh, what? Nah. You was treated like my name was Stanley a few minutes ago. Boomerang quote. No, I was just that little girl, remember? Don't be trying to come be in my face now that I done kill. So that's always funny. Just, hateration and holleration, just older Black people, older Black men in the industry being weird with girls. Like, it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Not only am I a girl, but I'm like 12 compared to you. please.
For sure.
So, that's, that's not just for comedy, but comedy is like a hater sport. So people are just natural born haters in comedy. So it's kind of like the competition of it all. Like you got, oh, well, she ain't funny to me. What's she doing on that show? What's she doing? Well, who is it? That's kind of the name of the
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm. You touched on it a little bit earlier because you were talking about social media, people stealing your stuff. Have you had experience someone stealing your joke in the stand-up world?
I've had someone steal my joke in my face. And it was so like, this is
What?
supposed to be my friend. Yeah, he stole my joke because I had jokes about lesbians. I had lesbian jokes. I had like jokes about studs, like about, masculine men. My joke was like, oh my God, I can't, I'm too childish to be a lesbian because if you pull out a strap on and it's turquoise, I'm gonna bust out laughing. It was something along them lines. But a stud was heckling him at this show and he used my jokes and he got to say jokes like, nigga, what the fuck was that?
Oh,
He's like, oh, my
wow.
back was against the wall. I ain't had no other material. I'm just like, so that was crazy. Outside of that, like okay. I've been accused of stealing people's jokes. I
Mm.
wasn't, but it was kind of just like I had a joke about it was during the pandemic and I hadn't been on stage in like 6 months, nor had I seen anyone else on stage 6 months. I didn't remember anybody else's jokes. I was doing my jokes that I had just written, and somebody was like, "Oh, you stole that from me." And I'm like, "Wait, hold on. I don't forgot. I damn near forgot my jokes. So how am I supposed to remember what you done said?"
Right.
And then I had another instance where I told a joke about like white people having cousins, and this girl DM'd me like, "Hey, that was my joke. Like, did you steal that from me?" And I was like, I wasn't even paying attention when you were during your set. I didn't steal that from you. Like, but also like, that's not a groundbreaking joke,
Right. It's not
which is why I stopped
personal.
telling such broad jokes.
Mm-hmm.
My jokes are all about me,
Mm-hmm.
and not just that I'm just so self-centered, but it's easier to not be accused of stealing when ain't nobody telling jokes about their daddy being Mufasa. No one's saying that. That's no one can say that. All of my jokes about my personal life because can't nobody take that. I also had a joke that no one accused me of it, but someone kind of tried to get in my head about it. I had a joke about being too big for Plan B. The cutoff weight for Plan B is like 150, and someone's like, "Oh well, somebody else got a joke about that. They're gonna say you steal." And I was like, "Oh my God, really?" It was for my keeper distance set, and I had to like try to change it, but I was nervous about changing it because it wasn't as funny when I changed it. And then the joke
Mm.
ended up being effed up, and I could have just told my joke the way it was. I didn't steal it from her. We just both big.
Right.
So it'd be stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just tell jokes. Can't nobody else tell a joke about the shit that I be talking about like me. So let
Mm-hmm.
me just keep doing that. Cause so can't nobody, ain't no confusion, ain't no, well, you know, my joke, my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Mel, what's the dream? I always ask people, what is the dream? If you shoot for the stars, what's the dream project?
Dream project, I would love to do kind of like a ensemble girls trip, BAPS level
Mm.
comedy. Something silly and goofy, having a good time that don't take itself too seriously. Like, I don't want movies to get silly again. Either it gotta be some historical tearjerker, Oscar bait, or $1 billion blockbuster movie, or like a reboot or something. Let's just make movies fun and stupid and silly again.
Yeah.
Like that's how I really enjoyed one of them days because it was just stupid. It was
Yeah.
just dumb. It's just two
Yeah.
dumb hoes just being dumb. This is excellent. This is great. Everything ain't got to be a moment. Today I was watching Coneheads, and then I watched Death Becomes Her. Dumb, stupid movies. This is cinema. Why we
You
can't
ever
just have dumb movies no more?
you ever seen Norbit?
Norbit is my favorite movie in the
That's one
entire
of my
effing world.
favorite movies. It's so
And is it
stupid.
problematic? Yes. I will
Yes.
watch Norbit every day.
He got so much crap for making that movie because it was right when he did Dreamgirls and he was up for an
It lost him
Oscar
the Oscar. It
and lost
lost
him
him
the
the Oscar.
Oscar. But if you look at the brilliance of his performance, you understand what he was doing.
Is it all the obics and phobics and isms? It is, but it's
Mhm.
effing funny.
It's freaking
And I'm gonna
funny.
watch it and I'm gonna laugh. It's just good.
Yeah,
I'm
Eddie
sorry.
Murphy's the
They're
GOAT.
not doing it like and he's my biggest inspiration, which is when I was doing the Quan Dietrich stuff. It was so important to me to be doing 3 different characters and 3 completely different things, editing it together and telling a story. And sometimes I did 4. And I finally got a chance to like do the full drag and be Quan Dietrich in person
Wow.
and argue with myself. It was so beautifully done.
And well, congratulations on that. But do you
Thank you.
find yourself having to do you do your own editing or you have to put it out or you having to,
Yeah,
jump
I
in?
edit my own stuff. I do it right on my phone.
Nice.
Thank you.
And And also congratulations because you slipped in that you're engaged.
I am engaged. Yes, I get married next year. We're planning. It's very intense. It's very expensive, but it's happening.
It is very expensive.
It's so expensive. My God.
Yeah, weddings are a big investment.
Yeah.
They're very, very, very expensive. Here, let's talk about your Jokes on You podcast.
Yeah. It's with another female comedian. Her name is Tally. And we be in there clowning. Honestly, there's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no order. We just get on there and just cackle and kiki. But what we're doing is kind of revolutionary. Like I take a step back sometimes when people like come up to me and talk about how the podcast has changed their life. I'm like, let's talk about booty holes and trauma. But it does something for the people love it, and I think that's what makes it so real and so raw. And we're just on there talking about different stuff. I'm talking about grief. She's talking about her trauma. We're talking about the world. We're talking about celebrity foolishness. Like it's just real, and I enjoyed that. But we're able to find humor in the foolishness of life.
Yeah, it's healing. You're healing,
It
helping people heal.
listen.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we're trying to do, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well,
Thank you.
thank you so much. I mean, like I said, we're a big fan. We're big fans of Comedy Divas. We support you. We love all you
Thank
do.
you.
I think you're at the point where you're about to blow up, and I'm looking forward to
Lord willing.
see it happen for you. Seriously.
Thank you.
So let's talk about this. So the hospital, it
Hmm.
premieres when?
September 10th, I want to say. Let me see.
Okay, we'll have it on here. So in
Yeah.
September, the hospital. Churchy's season two. Churchy season
Hmm.
2 is right now
That's out right now.
on BET Plus.
Yep.
And the hospital is going to be on the BET network. Check
It's
it
on the
out.
network.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm
awesome.
so excited. This is so great. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're so excited for you. Well, thank you so much, Mel Mitchell. This
No
has been
problem. No problem.
awesome. Thank you for being a comedy diva. We're big fans,
I
and
try.
keep doing what you do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mel Mitchell. She is a rising star. I have so much excitement just having her here, listening to her story. And I think we're going to see amazing things for her. She's a star. She's so talented. She's so funny. And thank you for being here and hearing her story. I'm Sharon B, and this is Girl Talk Podcast.